guys, I'm going to start a little project here today. We're going to build a large chicken brooder box slash coop. I don't know how well this is going to turn out. My idea is that once the chicks are large enough, they're able to hop out of the plastic totes, that they'll be big enough to go in this, but I won't be able to put them outside just yet. What we'll end up doing is I'm going to build this with the lumber I've got here behind me. It's going to be 4x8 on the floor space, and that's also going to be 4 feet tall. And we'll have a gate in one end. We'll be able to walk inside and be able to change their water and change their food and tend to them and everything like that. But then once we're able to get them moved outside, once they've feathered out, we'll move them down underneath the carport area that I showed in my spring prep video, and we'll put a lid on this thing, and it will serve as their overnight chicken coop. We'll be able to let them out to a penned area and bring them back into this box at night. So anyways, I don't know if this is going to be a multi-part video or not. I'm going to film a little bit as I build it and show you guys the finished product, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright guys, here's my plan. So I'm going to start with the base of it, and I really want to try to make it very much like a pallet. My first idea was to actually build this on a pallet, and I decided I wanted a little bit better support, so I'm going to go ahead and build my own base for it. So I'm going to build a square a little less than 2 feet wide on the bottom of it with 2x4s, and do that on this end and in the middle and the other end, so my pallet forks, I can widen them to 4 feet and be able to slide in as wide as possible and be able to pick this thing up. Alright guys, I got the last one done. I'm just going to go ahead and measure off 2.5 inches here and mark my lines, see where they intersect, and that's how we'll know where to line everything up. So I got the last one here. Alright guys, I want to figure out where I'm going to put my screw holes. I've got the braces underneath, and since 2x4 is actually 1.5 inches wide, and I'm coming in 2.5 inches off the edge, then I'm going to go 3¼ inch and give me a line where I know where all my screws should go. And this will get my screws, at least on this edge, right in the middle of those 2x4s. Alright, now I've got the base in place down here on this end in the correct spot, and now I'm just going to go along the lines that I drew and put screws every few inches. Alright guys, here's a look from underneath. Got everything good and attached, and I'll be able to get my pallet forks for my tractor underneath here and be able to pick this whole thing up. Working on the wall here. So what I've done is, of course these are 8 feet long to start with. I've shaved about 1 inch off the end for the 1/2 inch plywood to go and be able to rest on the bottom of the OSB board and be able to fit flush against it. And then I've left a little bit, about 1.5 inches, because these are 2x2s and they actually measure 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. On the end walls, I'm going to interlock them here and be able to drill a couple screws down through there and be able to interlock them. So I've moved this over to be able to have the space for that. Anyways, just putting it together and spacing the 2x4s out evenly to be able to make this thing good and steady. All right, finishing touches here on the end wall is I went ahead and cut this board down here. It's 2x2. The reason is this is what's going to fasten to the floor, and then I've got the overlap here to overlap the end boards on the other wall. So I'm just going to drill a few holes here and put some screws in. Well, I've got one wall up here. It's not attached yet. I just got it braced and I've got it level. And I'm just going to take my screws and I'm going to come up underneath and screw in every few inches along the side here. Off. I'm going to go ahead and leave it attached here until we get the other wall up and get the third wall attached on the back side, just so there's no stress on the screws. Alright, I've got the second wall up, and so now I'm going to put up the end wall, and we're going to go ahead and get it clamped down. Now that I got it clamped into place, before I screwed in, I was going to show you this a little bit how I've done this and get a little bit closer view. Is I left that bottom board here that we can attach to the ply board, and then of course this just interlocks here, and I'll come up through the bottom with a longer 2-inch screw and interlock those, and then we'll just come up with screws all the way along the top, and then at the top we'll come in up here with the screw coming down, and then we'll also fasten it in this direction as well, and that will give us, I think, pretty good stability.